Tonight we're going to be making this delicious spaghetti number 9 with the crushed tomato and the mushroom. And the whole thing is going to be incorporating the frozen meatballs. So here we have the receptacle for the pasta, for the sauce. And here's the receptacle where we're gonna make the pasta. We have the spices, we have the puppy, carefully looking at everything that's going on in the kitchen, and we have oil and salt for the water, and crushed tomato and mushrooms. When we fill the water, we want to make sure that we leave just enough space, maybe this side is more visible, see, just enough space so that all the pasta will be inside, but there will be enough for when it starts bubbling up so that it won't spill over. Also, we have to take into account the volume of the pasta is going to make the water rise. We're going to start with a couple of garlic heads, just 2 or 3 of them. And what we're going to do with this is, with this ready for the pasta, what we're going to do with this is, we're just going to peel the skin off. Then we're going to throw it in there with some oil, and then we're just going to until these turn a nice golden color. Then we take them off, although some people like to eat them. Temperature is around 6 for this. As you can see, we're almost done. See, the garlic is getting that golden consistency that we're looking for right there. Okay, now we're going to put in about 4 meatballs per person, and we might have to adjust the temperature because the oil is going to be very hot, and one has to be careful that it might spark. In this process we have lowered the temperature to about a 4. As you can see, the meatballs are getting that nice brownish fried color. So now we're going to leave it just a couple of minutes, add some spices. Garlic powder. Just a little, just a pinch. Put up to 5 again. Like. We're still gonna add a little bit of water, just wash this up just a little bit, not 2 inches maybe, just no more than that. Because as we cook, the water will evaporate, and so this little addition here will just make sure that we don't run out of tomato sauce. Now with this kind of pan you want to use a wooden spool or a plastic spool because anything else may ruin it. Tasha is still very attentive. And we're gonna add just a pinch of salt. Not a lot, just a little bit. Now this is gonna start to bubble, which is good. We want that. What we don't want is we don't want it to boil. Okay, so then we add some of the other spices. Basil, not too much because basil is very strong. Just a little bit. We already added garlic powder, but it's not gonna hurt to add a pinch more. This thing, just a pinch. We're not trying to be cheap here. Noce moscata, ground, whatever you call it in English. It's very strong and very good. Oregano. Not the same thing without it. Okay, we had raised the temperature to a 7, and we're starting to notice the process of ebullition. Okay, we don't want this to go bonkers because otherwise the meatballs are gonna stick to the bottom, and the whole thing is gonna taste like a carbonara. So turn it a little bit, lower the flame to about 5. Let's see. We just want it to keep going, but not too much. Then we're gonna cover it and we're gonna let it rest for about 5-6 minutes, and then taste the sauce. The tomato sauce has this particular taste. If you have a cover like this, it's ideal because it doesn't let the water vapor escape except through that little hole, and you can also check just how much ebullition is happening inside. And if you want to take a quick peek, it's also rather easy without risking to burn yourself. Just be careful with the gas. If you do this, you can burn yourself, so always open it that way. That's good. I'm just gonna lower it a little bit more, maybe to like a 3.5, because we don't want it to boil too much. When it comes to the mushroom, some people like to add a little water. I'm not among those people, so I'm going to pour a little water without dropping my mushrooms. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect. It's just, you know, get most of it out without spilling your mushrooms in your sink. Then the magic is going to happen. Of course, we're gonna have to, you know, make sure we get them all out. Good. And take our faithful wooden spoon and stir the mixture. There you go. Now, some people like the sauce very thick, but we have to remember that as it cooks, more and more water leaves. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this friendly tool just to add a scoopful of water. Now when you add the water, just make sure it's not becoming soupy, because you want tomato sauce, not tomato soup. There you go. Goes the water, save the environment. Then you stir. There you go, as you can see. Now the sauce has that consistency which is droopy but not soupy, if you get my meaning. We're gonna again let it sit for a few minutes. Timer set for about 15 minutes. Since we already had about 10. See, this is more or less the point that you want to have it. It's at about a 5, which is a medium. We want to keep it like that. We have about 6 minutes left. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the back one on. About the same. Move this guy in a second. We're going to move this one over here. And we're going to start the cooking of the pasta. There you go. See, the internal temperature is going to keep it going. And I'm going to take the pasta pot and move it. Now, there you go. For the pasta, you want to make this front high. Otherwise, this much water, it's never going to boil. Meanwhile, our friend back here, still simmering. The spaghettini or thin spaghetti, unlike the ordinary spaghetti, it's a little thinner and it's a lot easier to eat. It is not as thin as angel hair, but nevertheless, it's an intermediate. Now, let's check our sauce. Okay, it's looking great. We're going to use about half. This 4 portions is about half. This one goes down easier than spaghetti, so this is going to sound like a chemistry class, but as the water keeps reaching the point of boiling, all the oil starts going to the side. So there's only this one bubble left, and it's slowly going to join the rest of them on the edge. And that's fine, because when we add the pasta, we're going to have to stir. Okay, now the water is definitely boiling, so we have reached that point in which we want the pasta inside. Half the box. Grab it. Be careful because the water might. You twist it without breaking it. Okay. And you put it inside. Now, when you put it inside, the water stops boiling. You have to be careful. Just let it go inside. Help yourself with a wooden spoon so that it will nicely and entirely go inside. And it's good to stir. If the water is boiling too much and it's jumping out of the pan, you may want to lower it. We still have it on high. Meanwhile, see, this is what I mean. This can happen, and sometimes this foam will raise. So when that happens, you get the foaming. Just lower a little bit, maybe to an 8. Meanwhile, we have lowered the sauce to a low because it's ready. And we're back. Tasha's still keeping an eye on us. It's the most patient dog in the world. Ideally, when you're cooking pasta, you want to constantly spin. Constantly stir. The things you want to have ready while the pasta is boiling: the colander, make sure this is not sealed, and a glass of cold water. We'll learn why later. At this point, if you want to give a little bit of livelihood to your sauce, just grab a little bit of hot water, not a lot. Pour it in. Okay. And stir. Well, we'll keep it at a 2, maybe even a 3, because it's just going to last a few minutes. Okay, we have about 3 minutes left on the timer. So we're going to show you how you do the tasting of the pasta. The best tool for that actually, it's this baby over here. See? Strap one. Here you go. And what you do is you blow on it because it's gonna be hot, and you taste it. And even though the timer says 2 minutes, I say it's done. So turn off the stove. Take the glass of water, put it right on top. There you have it. It's nice and cooked. So what we're gonna do next is take this guy, move it, exchange the rolls. You're late. Take this boy and we pour it right in. There you go. Right upside down. Don't forget to wash it because the starch sticks to it. And if you don't wash it, the starch sticks to it. And you get all these little bugs out of nowhere. So now you can use this friendly tool. Hopefully you have one in better shape than mine. And you can dig deep, and that's when you're gonna get the meatball out. You see, I need to hold this firmly. Turn. Don't be surprised if your mushrooms seem to have disappeared. They're in there mixed with the pasta. That's what we are looking at right now. And you can see the mushrooms seem to have disappeared, but they're really there mixed with the pasta. So Max knows better than to come into the kitchen. What? What's that? You want pasta? With the meatball? Is that what you want? Hey, Mimi? And this pasta is best served in a little bowl like this, more or less this size, and it's best served using this tool. Again, hopefully you have a better looking, less broken, beautiful little portions with the meatball and the mushroom on top. And all you have to do is serve. Ta-da! And don't forget the parmesan. Tasha, come. Here. She's afraid of the spaghetti. Spaghetti. Max, are you afraid of spaghetti? Hell no.